All right, welcome back. In this section, we'll be looking at our leveling options. We've been able to look at how to do leveling manually and automatically. This section, we'll be looking at our leveling options for an automatic leveling schedule. And so, I'll just come to under the level, under resource, I'll come to the level group, and I click leveling option. Now this leveling option presents me with a whole lot of options on how I can set my automatic leveling. Now I can set my leveling calculation to be automatic, that is, as I input the dates automatically level the resources as I update my project. The problem with setting it automatic is the fact that at times it makes your project planning and scheduling very tedious. It can make it very difficult and at times annoying because it gets to change your dates for you, and also there are some specific days that you might want to keep which you might not have the luxury to be able to do all of that. And so um you can I always prefer to set it manually, but if you want to still use the automatic, you can set to automatic calculation. So it shows you how your leveling is being calculated either manually or automatically. Then you have your day-to-day basis, or how do you look for overlocation. Is it on a minute to minute base, or hour to hour base, or day-to-day base, or week to week base, or month to month base? I always like to put it on a day-to-day base since my duration is days. And yeah, you clear leveling values before leveling, so it helps you to also um, know what to do when the resource is about to be leveled automatically. So it clears all the leveling values before it performs the leveling, so it starts on a very clean slate. Then leveling rate for wedding schedule, which is for the project. It's either you level entire project, or um, you level from a particular date to another date. So you can select to level the entire project, or you can select to level from selected dates to selected dates. Now, if you notice, if I level week by week, uh, um, so I level day by day, and I can level either the entire project, or I level from a selected date to another date. Now there's also what we call the leveling order. Leveling order. I always like to put it in standard. However, there are other options. It can level based on priority. You can set priority under your activity properties. You can set priority, and so it can level based on the priorities that you have. It can level based on the priorities that you have. What are the priorities that you have for your project? Which one has the highest priority? And so it levels right from priority, then it performs standard leveling, general standard leveling for all activity on the project. And it can level based on ID. Leveling based on ID levels from the top down to the bottom. So it levels in that particular order from the top back down to the bottom. So I always like to put mine in standard so that it can level as it's desired that has been set. So you can also level within available slack. If you don't want your project to exceed a particular project duration, you can select the option of leveling within the available slack. So it only makes use of the float time which you have within your project to perform your requested resource leveling. Then you can also leveling can adjust individual assignments on a task. So level can adjust the assignments of individual on a task. So level can be able to make changes on what you have assigned to each individual on a task. It can also split, it can create a split in remaining work. So let's say it's unable to fully get a working schedule. Clicking this option means that it can split the work and perform some at a particular period of time, and afterwards perform the other parts of the work that's necessary to be done. Then level results with the proposed booking type. So you can select this option if you want to use the proposed booking type. Then you can level manually scheduled task. So if you can untick this option, if you don't want to level manually scheduled task, so you know that whenever you're performing level, it's only the automatically scheduled task that it's that is leveled automatically. Or you can leave, you can click the option, you can tick and you can tick it if you wanted to level your manually scheduled tasks. Then you have the option of clear leveling, you have the option of level all, and you can set your settings by saving okay. And so I see that we've been able to see how we can be able to perform our resource leveling, how we can ensure that we don't we don't how we can ensure that we don't allow resource to be overlocated. And it is also very important to note that this in effect can affect the duration of your project. And so when you're performing your resource leveling, you need to go back to check your project summary duration and see the effect on the duration and the finish date for your projects. With that, we've come to the end of this section. I look forward to seeing you in the next section. Thank you for joining us. I'll change this. I'll change this view back to Nat, and see you in the next section. Thank you.